Welcome to Recapped Movies 2.0. The movie begins with Thaddeus Ross becoming the new President of the United States. He was formerly a general in the military. President of the United States of America, Fuss Ross. The people of America have spoken in one of the most significant elections ever held. However, the threats the nation faces continue to escalate. Ross received backlash for what many considered an unnecessary outburst during a press conference. But his history tells a different story, especially when it comes to his dealings with heroes like Captain America. It was his relentless pursuit of Banner's Hulk that led to a destructive rampage. 5 months later, we are introduced to our main character, Captain America, real name Sam Wilson. At this time, he is on a mission with the US military and arrives in Mexico on a military aircraft. He is joined by his best friend, Torres, who might become Falcon in the future. Once in Mexico, Captain America, Torres, and the soldiers begin fighting terrorists who have stolen a special container from Japan. Captain America was very proud of Torres for his efforts in battle. Impressed, he decided to introduce Torres to his old friend, Isaiah Bradley. Sam told Torres that Isaiah Bradley was once a great soldier and had even taken on the role of Captain America. Hearing this, Torres was shocked. But then Sam revealed something even more surprising, that after becoming Captain America, Isaiah was imprisoned for 30 years. This seemed strange, as Isaiah had served the country bravely. Curious, Torres asked Isaiah why he was jailed despite his heroic service. Isaiah explained that he had completed many successful missions and saved countless lives. People started admiring him, and he became very popular. But the US government didn't like the idea of a black man gaining so much recognition. So, they arrested him and kept him in prison for 30 years. During that time, they conducted various experiments on him. Because of all this, Isaiah developed a deep hatred toward the US government. Sam received an important phone call informing him that President Thaddeus Ross had arranged a special meeting at the White House. This meeting was to take place during an exclusive party attended by world leaders and presidents from various countries. Captain America was also on the guest list. The event felt strange for some, especially for those who had strong doubts about Ross's intentions. Still, Sam knew how important this meeting was and accepted the invitation. Soon, the party began, filled with influential people from different nations. When Thaddeus Ross saw Sam at the event, he praised him for the success of the Mexico mission and for retrieving the stolen item from Japan. Ross admired Sam's bravery and was openly impressed. Eventually, everyone gathered in the meeting room, and Ross stepped onto the stage to begin. The meeting began with Thunderbolt Ross, now the newly elected president, addressing the room. He explained that a few years ago, a mysterious new island had emerged in the Indian Ocean, which was later named Celestial Island. The island drew global attention, and scientists and researchers from various countries traveled there to study it. They discovered something extraordinary, a rare and powerful metal known as adamantium. Ross revealed this discovery to the world and credited 2 incredibly brave individuals for making it possible. He emphasized how this moment would shape history and claimed that no nation would be left behind. Suddenly, chaos erupted. An unexpected attack began, catching everyone off guard. Panic broke out, and people scrambled for safety. It was quickly identified as a coordinated terrorist strike involving 5 shooters. Shockingly, Isaiah was among those suspected of launching the attack. However, something about Isaiah's behavior seemed off. He looked disoriented and unaware of his surroundings. Sam immediately requested to investigate, insisting that Isaiah couldn't have acted on his own. Despite Sam's protests, Isaiah was arrested and imprisoned for a direct assault on the president. Sam, refusing to believe Isaiah was responsible, told him that if he couldn't remember what happened, someone else had to be behind it. Sam promised to find out the truth and clear his name. Determined to uncover the real mastermind, Sam partnered with Torres to begin the investigation. Their first step was to analyze the White House security footage. While reviewing the recordings, they spotted something strange. Just before the attack, Isaiah was seen using his phone, which suddenly emitted a bright white flash on the screen. The same visual anomaly appeared with the 4 rogue guards who also turned against Ross. Another strange clue was discovered. Moments before the attack, a particular song played in the background. It appeared that the music might have been a trigger that activated those involved. Realizing this couldn't be a coincidence, Sam and Torres concluded that Isaiah and the guards had been manipulated. They weren't acting of their own free will, someone had controlled them and forced them into the attack. With this new revelation, Sam became more determined than ever. He vowed not to stop until he found the person responsible for framing Isaiah and orchestrating the assault on Thaddeus Ross. Sam received a suspicious phone call, and it became clear that someone was monitoring his every move. This unknown enemy seemed to have a connection to the attack on Thaddeus Ross. Wasting no time, Sam met up with Torres and traced the call. To their shock, the signal originated from a government facility. Determined to find answers, they immediately headed to the location. Upon arrival, they were surprised to discover that it wasn't a government office, but a secret science lab. Instead of official operations, classified experiments were being carried out. Authorized directly by Thaddeus Ross. As they processed this disturbing information, a strange figure appeared, known as the leader. He had green skin and an abnormally large head, catching both Sam and Torres off guard. It was revealed that this man was the buyer involved in the earlier scheme. He explained that Ross had imprisoned him without a trial and kept him locked away for 16 years. Although he was blamed for the White House attack, Ross allowed Isaiah to take the fall instead. This enraged the leader, who felt the system was unjust and manipulated. Just then, chaos ensued. The leader managed to escape, prompting the authorities to respond with urgency. Roadblocks were set up, air support was called in, but it was too late, he had vanished. Meanwhile, Sam and Torres were arrested for trespassing on the restricted site. At the same time, international tensions escalated. When Japan investigated the stolen container, they found that the terrorists responsible were funded by the CIA. This revelation pointed directly at the US, sparking diplomatic outrage. As a result, Japan cancelled its adamantium sharing agreement with the US and sent its army to Celestial Island to secure the rare metal. In response, Thaddeus Ross also deployed the US military to the island, raising global fears of an imminent war between the two nations. With two powerful armies facing each other, speculation of war quickly spread across the world. As the conflict intensified, Sam and Torres rushed to Celestial Island. Sam confronted Ross and pleaded with him not to escalate the situation, warning that a war would bring worldwide consequences. Meanwhile, the escaped leader broke into a house, stole a phone, and hacked into the communication system of two US fighter jets flying over the island. He manipulated the system, tricking the American pilots into attacking Japanese jets, making it appear that the US had initiated the war. In response, Japan deployed its fighter jets, and aerial combat began, officially triggering the conflict. Just as the Japanese jets were about to strike, Sam and Torres intervened and rescued the US pilots, preventing further disaster. Captain America acted swiftly, neutralizing the rogue pilot and calming the situation. The Japanese government, realizing they had been manipulated, recalled their fighter planes. Torres was severely injured during the mission. Thankfully, Sam managed to get him to a hospital in time, where he began receiving proper medical treatment. Following the events, Thaddeus Ross held a press conference to confirm that no war had officially broken out between the US and Japan. Sam Wilson was also present, and to everyone's surprise, the leader showed up too. Furious that Sam had foiled his plan to start a war, the leader confronted him, making it clear that this was not over. He accused Sam of preventing the world from seeing Ross's true corrupt nature. However, he assured Sam that he would make sure the truth about Ross was eventually exposed. Curious about the leader's deep grudge against Ross, Sam asked what exactly happened between them. The leader revealed that Ross once suffered from a fatal disease that threatened his life. In an attempt to help, the leader had created a special medicine that could cure him. Ross began taking the medicine regularly, unaware that it contained gamma radiation. Soon, strange effects began to manifest. Ross's transformation became visible, signaling the start of something dangerous. As the changes escalated, chaos unfolded near the White House. The effects of the gamma radiation overwhelmed Ross, triggering a transformation into the Red Hulk. Despite his immense power and rage, Sam Wilson remained determined to stop him. Eventually, Ross returned to his human form. He was immediately arrested for the destruction and havoc he had caused as the Red Hulk. In addition, several of Ross's illegal activities from the past were exposed, leading to charges that made his imprisonment inevitable. Later, while Ross was in jail, Sam Wilson arranged a meeting between him and his daughter. They were given a quiet moment to talk and reconnect. It was a brief but emotional exchange that brought some closure to Ross's story. With that, Sam Wilson's mission was considered complete, and the main story reached its conclusion. And the movie comes to an end. Don't forget to share your comments and subscribe.